Hello peeps and welcome to Sundays with Sparky. How is it going, my friends? How is it going? It's Sunday again and I've forgotten to prepare this bit of light from here. That makes it a bit lighter in here, so that's good. Hi, it's Sunday. Stuff. Oh yes, I need to actually talk, don't I? So yeah, I've been at work and I've just got home, so I wanted to record this as soon as I got home, so that I could get it out before it is no longer Sunday, because you know, otherwise it wouldn't be Sundays with Sparky, it would be kind of Mondays with Sparky, and that doesn't quite sound as good. So this week we had some more Darkest Dungeon, which was I've been doing it wrong basically. From my understanding, I've kind of just been doing it all wrong. So I recorded a new one and it went a lot better. So hopefully people won't die quite as much. They probably will still die quite a lot, but not maybe as much as they were. We had the Grand Theft Auto 3 mode shenanigans, which was very rude. I couldn't quite believe my eyes when I came to edit that and found all the men without any pants on. That was quite rude. So if you haven't seen that, go and have a look at that, because that was quite disturbing. And yeah, I mean, we had Big Deck Player, which was a aggro druid deck. Yes, another aggro deck. Yes, I know, but that's what the meta is at the moment, so deal with it. So that's what we had this week. As I say, I've recorded some more Darkest Dungeon and I think it's going better now, thanks to one of my subscribers who has helped me out with that by giving me suggestions and stuff. So thank you. Awesome. It helped a lot. I didn't die lots. So, you know, that's been really good. This week, as far as playing games are concerned, I've been playing a lot of the Star Wars Battlefront beta. I'm sure if you're interested, you've probably seen a million videos of it by now. I have had a few issues with the audio, mainly. But so far, I'm quite enjoying it. If I can get some footage, I'm going to try and record some footage and maybe put out a video on Wednesday as like a one-off Wednesday, bringing that back a little bit, just kind of give my opinions and views and tell you what I like and what I don't like and all that kind of stuff, just in case you haven't played the beta and you're still in two minds as to whether you want to pick the game up or not, because I've always been a bit skeptical about the whole thing. So you'll be able to, I'm going to do that hopefully if I can get some footage. I've got today, the rest of today and tomorrow in order to try and record something. So fingers crossed, and fingers crossed that the audio doesn't suck, because that's been a pretty big issue for me. Oh, movies. The Martian. Yes, went to see The Martian. I was planning on going to see Solace. I think I mentioned that last week, but yeah, they only had like 3 showings a day, and one was like first thing in the morning, one was in the afternoon, and the other one was like the last showing of the night. And I was very tempted. We could have gone to see The Martian. We went to see The Martian, and I could have waited, like hung around for like 30 minutes or so, and then gone back in to watch Solace if I'd wanted to. But half an hour, I was really hungry by that point, and yeah, half an hour wasn't really long enough to go and get something to eat and chill out for a bit and then go back in for a movie. So we didn't bother. But The Martian was really good. So good, in fact, that I've heard reports that some people thought it was a true story. Dumb people, obviously. But it's obviously, I mean, it's sci-fi, clearly. But it's not so sci-fi that it's kind of unbelievable, like that you have to sort of kind of suspend your belief or disbelief. So it's not like Star Trek, where, you know, you got the Enterprise and everything's kind of like all smooth and sleek and beep, boop, beep, beep, and you got aliens and stuff walking around amongst the humans. it's not like that. It's a believable kind of sci-fi. It's obviously set in the future because there is no way we have that technology. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe we do have that technology. We might have that technology already. I don't know. I'm not a scientist and I don't work for NASA. But it's obviously set slightly in the future because some of the things that they had looked slightly futuristic. But as far as I'm aware, all the science was kind of spot on and correct, because it's something apparently that NASA have been thinking about recently doing, and that's sending people up to try and kind of colonize Mars somewhat, which is quite exciting in itself. But the movie is really, really good. If you have a bit of a problem with 3D movies, say for example sometimes you watch 3D movies and it makes you feel a bit motion sick, you probably won't get that with this one. There's not huge amounts of action. There is a little bit here and there, but not huge amounts. And the 3D really helps with like depth of field, especially when you're kind of looking across the mountainous ranges of Mars, or the ships traveling through space, or even just stuff in space itself. It does look really nice, really nice. But yeah, The Martian was really good. Matt Damon did a superb job. I mean, he had to do a superb job because a lot of the time he was acting on his own, so there was no one for him to kind of bounce off of. There was no kind of like having to worry about chemistry with somebody else, because he was on his own for the majority of the shoot. So I think he did rather well, considering. He didn't quite go Castaway, Tom Hanks Castaway crazy, but he was kind of borderline crazy when at a point during the film, which was quite funny, I guess. Quite sad, obviously, that he got to that point, but kind of funny as well. But it's a real fight for survival, that film. You just see him really, really kind of clinging on to survival, and it's great. It's a really good movie, really, really good. I'm gonna probably put it up there with Mad Max Fury Road for this year as two of my favourites. So if you're in two minds about going to see The Martian, or maybe you're not too sure about seeing it in 3D, I think you'd enjoy it. So that's kind of been my week this week. It's just been trying to get Darkest Dungeon recorded and Hearthstone recorded and everything edited, and then trying to figure out what I'm going to do next week, which I'm still not sure on, but I've got a Darkest Dungeon for tomorrow, so that's the main thing. That is the main thing. But I'm going to try and get some Star Wars if I can. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your Sunday. I'm going to go. I'm not sure what's coming out at the cinema this week. I know we're getting closer to James Bond Spectre. I know that's coming out at the end of the month. And I'm sure there's other stuff that's coming out. I haven't eaten since I had my breakfast, so I'm going to go and do that. And I will see you next week for some more Sundays with Sparky. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.